But first, 5 decades ago in Maine, there was no YouTube, no TikTok, no cell phones, no MTV, no CDs. Instead, there was vinyl. And there was a brand new radio station that would soon become part of the heartbeat of Maine. There is almost certainly no other room in the state of Maine that has sent as much rock and roll music out into the world as this one.
Kickstarting your morning, 7:14. It's
the studio of WBLM Radio.
It's 102.9 WBLM. I'm the captain. There's Celeste, everybody.
Good morning.
These two DJs, Herb Ivy, better known as the Captain, and Celeste, have done something like 4,000 morning shows together. But this one is special.
50 years ago today, this radio station went on the air.
In the ever-changing world of radio, that is a true milestone. 50 years since BLM started broadcasting on March 1st, 1973.
People call and often say, my dad, used to listen to you in the pickup truck driving me to school or whatever, and now they became a listener, and now their kids are listeners.
The listeners do indeed span generations, and a lot of them have been tuning in for decades.
What's going on, Daryl?
Not a lot. Been listening since I got my first radio, and it had an 8-track player in it.
That's awesome.
Nice.
When BLM started out, it was unimpressive. The station was housed in this leaky, double-wide trailer in Litchfield. This less than scintillating announcement was the first thing listeners heard when the station went on the air.
Good morning. This is Jim Mitchell to say that the staff and management of WBLM welcome you to programming which we hope you'll enjoy.
What was the format when WBLM went on the air?
It was beautiful music, elevator music during the day. And then at night, when the sun went down, we started playing this crazy progressive rock and roll.
It's like having white bread and salad during the day, and then at midnight, break out the nachos and the PBRs.
It's crazy. But it was the early days of FM rock radio.
And we'd like to hear from you, since this is our first night on the air. Welcome to WBLM.
That disc jockey, Steve Hode, made an impression that, quite literally, has lasted for 50 years.
And the first DJ on the air, Steve Hode, was blind. So you'll go into the studio, you'll see a lot of vinyl we still have has got Braille on it.
Today, same records, same classic rock. But back in the 70s and 80s, radio was way more freewheeling than it is now.
You'd come into the radio station for a morning show in 1987, and there'd be bodies strewn on the floor from the night before. It was crazy. It was sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
The 50th anniversary has released megatons of nostalgia, including memories of past ticket giveaways.
We had a giant pool out here on the patio, and we filled it with B&M baked beans and put concert tickets in there.
True story.
Callers made special requests.
Let's play Mountain Jam.
Dude, it's like 35 minutes. I'm not playing Mountain Jam.
Okay, plan B, honey. What's plan B?
Birthday, come on.
I know, but it's only a 3-hour show.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm nervous about this.
And to cap it off,
Nervous. Oh, my goodness. All right. Get it in there.
from a record by the Moody Blues, the actual album the station had in 1973.
And then we pray it doesn't skip.
Oh, no, it's even better if it does skip.
The playing of the first song ever heard on BLM.
Welcome to WBLM.
Nice. And there we go.
Classic rock has always been the soul of WBLM, a format it has embraced for a remarkable 5 decades.
There's a song, almost everyone, I'm getting goosebumps, everyone that I talk to on the phone, right, they have a song that they connect with. It reminds them of somebody that they love that has passed or something like that, or a memory that they have. And I think that that's what it is.
You can have a guy in a pickup truck, you know, in the sticks, who might have a certain point of view on life. as opposed to somebody on the West End driving a Volvo who has a very different view politically and everything else. But dang it, they all love the Rolling Stones. And so that's what it's one of the rare things that brings us together.
Where do you think this station might be in 50 years?
That's a great question. Will people still want to hear Zeppelin and the Stones and ZZ Top? You're darn right they will 50 years from now. This music is timeless. And so, I mean, I don't think I'll be here, RC, but we'll see.
Don't bet against it. WBLM has come a long way from that trailer in Litchfield. It moved to a studio in Auburn and for more than 30 years has been broadcasting from downtown Portland. As for Celeste and the Captain, she's been on the air at BLM since 1989, the Captain since 1985.